But even though I was down on myself, and I was depressed and all that kind of stuff, um, it was easy for Mel to take over, and it was easy for her, especially with Ron. Ron brought out the worst in Mel, and Mel brought out the worst in him. But it wasn't always like that all the time. It wasn't. The control that Ron had over me or us, it was, I had to sneak around. I had to sneak around to have a friend. But you know what? I've been going through photos and I've been looking at them, and you know, him and Carlene, they make this out to be that we just fought and fought, but we never did. Not like that. Even on Utila, you know, we went fishing and all the things that we did together, what we did. I loved it. I loved Ron. And I was proud of him no matter what. And, you know, help never came fast enough for me. Neither one of us knew what to do about it. We thought we could work it out. We thought we could do this, but we couldn't. And he gave up. He gave up on me. And he stopped loving me. But how he did it, and the cruelty of it all, was wrong. It really was wrong. But you know, the person I am today, the strength and the belief that I have in myself, to this day, he wouldn't be able to keep up with me. He definitely wouldn't like the person who I am. Because I am me. I'm all of me. I'm me, and I'm Mel, and I'm Julie, and I would never give them up for the world. Those two girls give me everything that I need to be who I am and to be the best that I can be. Mel doesn't come out now unless she asks. Or unless I'm in a situation where it's confrontational. And and she is allowed to come out. But she comes out with me. She doesn't come out and take over. We actually tag team. So you get Mel and the way she is. And then you get me and the way I am. And if you've done something to me, like Ron and Carlene and Chino and Johnny, I am relentless. I will not stand down. I will not cry. I will not bend. I will not change my mind. If I am wrong, because I did accuse Carlene of a couple different things just by listening to Johnny. So I did. I apologize for that. I'll apologize to her face for those 2 lies. Well, the lies that Johnny told me and that I accused her of. But I will. There's no reason why I shouldn't. But I will not stand down. I love who I am. I know what I want. I know how to feel. I have emotions. And the funny thing is, if I get angry and I write out what I think or comment about something, I'm crazy. If I'm angry and I lash out, I'm crazy. This again is the ignorance and stupidity of these people. The fact that I write on Facebook, and I'm an open book now, I don't care. I'll write everything I feel on there. And I will say what I want to say about these people. Because it's the truth. Because people need to know. And because I do that, and people think I'm crazy, that's fine. Because I'm not. I want to make sure people know who they are and what they do. And Carlene and Chino, all their lies, all their dirty, filthy lies. They're doing it for one thing. One person. They're doing it for Ron, because Ron does not want me on Utila. He does not want me on Utila. So these people sit and conspire. What lies can they make up? Carlene knows. Ron knows. Chino knows. Johnny knows that the gun and the knife were lies made up by Johnny. Because in both instances, he was stealing my money. And he had to use something and do something and make up something. So when I go at him and he tells her that I went after him with the knife or Ron with the gun, and it takes all the attention off of him and it puts it on me. And I look like I'm crazy. Because with that, he could tell people she's crazy. She didn't know what she's doing. She doesn't, all that. But the fact is I have all the proof. And the great thing is, going through these videos, I give the dates and what's going on. But you'll find when you watch those videos, it kind of staggers back and forth. Because, Johnny and I weren't friends. Then we were. Then we weren't again. Then, I accused Carlene of certain things. And then, I find out that Johnny lied. So that I change it up the next time. So, how they've all messed with my head. How they can pull me one way and pull me another way. And I was going through so much at that time that I believed Johnny was my friend. That I believe that he was trying to help me. So I believed his words. And if you read the texts, if you read how he puts a story together, you can't possibly lie about something like this. The way the story goes and how he puts people in and whatever. If you read what I have, you'd believe him too. He is a master manipulator. And he got me. And I thank the good Lord that I kept everything that we talked about and kept the texts and everything. Bank statements. But he just finds things. But right now, with this picture that Gary Brown had sent out about me and all this, well, he's blackmailing me with it. So, I'm not worried. I don't care who sees that picture. I really don't. It is what it is. I'm an adult. I chose to send it. I chose to send it to another adult. But just like Chino, just like Ron, just like Johnny, Gary is not a man. Those guys are not real men. Not for what they do. It doesn't matter what could have happened between Gary and I. Whether we weren't friends or ended up not being friends, or like I said, Chino called him and said all this stuff about me. Gary was gullible enough to listen. He believed him. As a mature adult, you don't send pictures out of a partner if you're a man, if you have any morals or scruples. But he did. And he said some really nasty, mean things to me. But given the circumstances, given the fact that he listened to Chino, listened to Carlene, they're all one and the same. They're all evil. They are an evil breed of people. Not being utilitarian, not being Spanish, it's not racist, it's just them. But like I told Gary, they all think that I'm going to what? Back down and cower. Oh, I did. When Johnny told me about the picture. I did for about 5 minutes. Until I thought about it. Because I reacted. And I'm still figuring that out, how not to do that. But I reacted. And no, I won't back down. That picture will not stop me. All it's done, all Gary did, was get himself involved now. That's all. By hand sending out the picture started a chain of events. Started my death threats from Johnny, started the blackmailing from Johnny. So I'm going to the police tomorrow morning. It's Monday. And it's amazing. Gary hasn't had money. He's been wanting to go to Utila. And he has, amazing enough, a plane ticket for him for next Friday. He's going to Utila and he's going to stay there and he's going to live. Who bought his ticket? Where did he get the money to buy his ticket to go to Honduras? And conveniently enough, after he did this to me with the picture, he's got money to go. Kind of makes you think, huh? Kind of makes you think about Ron paying him off, or Ron giving Chino when Chino sent money to Gary, or la-di-da, la-di-da. One way or the other. Can't prove it. But he didn't deny it, Gary, when I asked him. He didn't deny the fact that he wasn't paid to do what he did. Because those people are dirty and corrupt. But that's okay. That's just fine.